Ashwin's retirement. Huge shock. Matlab, I don't think we have a intelligent player in a team than Ashwin at this point of time. वो भाई, and we did not expect at all कि भाई अश्विन retirement लेगा. Uh, at least until the WTC cycle, I wouldn't have expected. कुछ relevant था when Virat Kohli and Ashwin hugged and all of that. At वो time पे थोड़ा ऐसा पता चल गया था कि something is happening. Of course, there were rumors के भाई of रोहित और विराट या दो में से एक कोई रिटायरमेंट अनाउंस कर लेगा and that would go end of the series and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a shock. I don't know the number of matches जिसमें उसने सेव किया इंडिया को, where he has made India win matches from nowhere.
I think it's more about Ashwin retiring mid-series. Correct. I always felt that he should have played because he was probably very vital in the next two test match from my perspective. But I think it's a decision that he's already taken in his mind, which we won't be able to change. But for me, he's been one of my favorite off spinners. I love Nathan Lyon, to be honest. He's been one of the greatest that we have seen for Australia. But for Ashwin, yeah, he is one of the characters who is always thinking. He has something new, or he has some tricks up his sleeves that he can always bring it at very crucial moments, and he's already done that. He has those undercuts, carom ball, flippers.
सेल्फ अवेयर कितना था यार, सेल्फ अवेयर इतना था कि भाई he knows that okay he is not going to excel with whatever he is bowling, तो वो नया ट्रिक लेके आएगा. He would go back getting dropped and stuff like that, but he will have something more.
Yeah, and I don't know how he's going to make sure he detaches himself from cricket, but he's the one guy who loves cricket, loves the craft of spin bowling, so definitely he's going to be missed on and off the pitch for Indian cricket. But more about the number of wickets he's taken. He's the second highest wicket taker for India after Kumble. And more than 500 wickets, more than 700 in his entire international career is a huge achievement. And he's also, I think he's done decent batting and saved India at numerous occasions.
टेस्ट मैच में तो वो बाप बैटिंग करता था. मतलब टेस्ट मैच में तो we like I think after Lakshman got retired, we got someone at 6 or 7 or 8 where you can be very much reliable on him. मतलब वो तुम लोग को कभी ऐसे नहीं लगेगा कि हाँ ठीक है bowling all-rounder है, but you will not feel that he's not reliable.
Correct. And not to forget, I mean, whenever I think of Ashwin and saving matches, India versus Pakistan, Melbourne, he had the audacity of leaving the ball when we just wanted few runs, and उसने wide छोड़ा, and then he just flicked it over mid off, and then we won the match. I mean, that was the ultimate Ashwin that we have seen.
वो उसने बॉल कैसे छोड़ा, वो वाइड, वो नहीं गया होता तो क्या होता. आई कैन जस्ट नॉट अंडरस्टैंड कि उसको कैसे सूझा कि हाँ वाइड चला जाएगा. भाई बिल्कुल थोड़ा भी टर्न हो जाता भाई.
Yeah, great presence of mind. In such a pressure situation versus Pakistan. That's off. But again, he's done a lot for India. I mean, 10 plus player of the series awards, around 5-6 test centuries, so many wickets. He's definitely going to be missed. So, yeah, definitely. But I really wanted him to at least stay for the entire series. But
so what do you think about that?
I don't know if this was the right timing for him to retire.
हाँ वही तो मतलब वो see there is a lot of question and lot of debate about like when do you put your country first and when do you put yourself first, right? And Nabi, retirement is very very personal, but now was this the right time for retirement when you are playing for a country? What is your thought on that?
Yes, people talk about putting country first, but I think it's about the mind and you being ready to give your all. Probably he had given up after the first test, because Rohit did mention in press conference that when he landed in Perth, he got to know about his retirement plans, and I think he wanted to retire after first test match, and that's the reason I think the team committee and management made sure that he plays the second one, and then
emotional decision really.
And probably didn't go in our favor, but nevertheless I think it was his decision. I would never probably portray that country comes first. I think country does come first, but at the end of the day, if it's from the heart and he wants to leave the game at a note that he wants, because he's going to remember this moment for the rest of his life, so he wants to make sure that it's the right moment for him, and if he feels it's right, then I think we should just accept and respect that.
मतलब मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है कि he should have definitely stayed irrespective of he plays the next two match or not. You being the legend of the game, I have a strong feeling that he should have stayed until the end. I don't think anyone would have given him a clear direction कि भाई तू नहीं खेल रहा है, because if that would have been the case, वो squad में भी नहीं होता और उसको release कर देते squad में से, that would have been a different thing.
Correct.
But having said that, now he is one of the legends for me. One of the greatest spinner ever played, of course, after Vaughan, Muralitharan, Kumble, and everyone. But then in this era, I don't see anyone except Ashwin and Nathan Leon. मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है there is a lot of things that's behind the scenes. I'm very much sure Rohit mentioned at the start of the conference as well कि मतलब in coming months you'll know like why and what it was and stuff like that. I don't think there is a lot of controversial there, but I think that he would have his own reasons. I was then basically seeing one of the interviews on Aaj Tak, and Sunil Gavaskar mentioned a very good point. He mentioned that when your mind is not ready, it's not ready. Irrespective of you want to still play for the country, like Rohit had already emotionally, he would have asked him to stay for one more match, and he played that, and everything is fine. But I would have loved him to be there until the end of the series, and probably if India qualifies until the finals of WTC. But what a career, man. And that video on BCCI's channel was emotional. I'm like, dude, that was just amazing.
Yeah. But now
Yeah.
what's done is done. But do you think is there a probable replacement for him within the
Like,
Indian squad or
it's
even
a
the
so,
Indian
I don't understand sometimes.
academy?
Like, it's so pathetic situation, right? Like, how can a country with billion people where cricket is crazy, we don't have uh, we are never going to get a like for like replacement. Okay, but we
Correct.
don't have a good replacement to groom as well. Now Sundar is not that person. Sundar is still, for me, he's more of a batting all rounder rather than bowling all
Absolutely.
rounder.
Yeah, yeah.
So now I know that Sundar has been given a lot of chances in last 3 to 4 years. He's been injured. That's a different case altogether. But he still doesn't have that kind of skill to basically take the wickets, or when he comes into bowling, you expect him to take a wicket or to do something. Now, if you are grooming him already, तो तीन चार चार तो अपन कर ही रहे. So he's still not there. I don't think the last time, at least from the time that we've seen cricket like so passionately, कि कुंबले हरभजन also they were missed. मतलब अपने को पता था, but then we had someone taking care of it, like Ashwin Reddy था.
Correct.
At this point of time, राइट हैंड बॉलर्स में वी हैव चहल एंड सुंदर. नाउ आई वांट कि भाई कोई चहल को कुंबले की तरह भाई सिखा दो लेग स्पिन फास्ट आर्म बॉलिंग, तो देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी कि भाई चलो कुछ हो सकता है. ओके, सुंदर में आई डोंट सी अ लॉट ऑफ स्कोप एटलीस्ट नाउ. अभी 6 महीना 1 साल में कुछ हो जाएगा, दैट्स अ डिफरेंट थिंग. Now Chahal is a good possibility, but then he needs to know how to play test matches and how to bowl in test matches. ये वो limited overs में एक बार कर लेगा. All the other bowlers that I see, all left armers, Jadeja, Akshar Patel, and Kuldeep Yadav. Kuldeep Yadav is a great asset to
Great.
have in home conditions, but you still do not have a good right arm off spinner who can basically bowl dusra or carom ball or whatever the names you suggest with it. We don't have it. It's just so stupid. We have people in under 19 and 18. We will see folks in IPL as well, but we don't have a ready replacement. It's a
Absolutely.
pathetic situation to be in.
I mean, I completely agree because I don't see a like-to-like replacement, or neither I would say any off-spinner coming from an academy and joining the Indian squad.
Yeah.
Correct. I mean, all the names that you have taken, right from Akshar Patel to Kuldeep Yadav, Jadeja, Sundar, they're more of so Akshar Patel, Jadeja, and Sundar. They're more like a batting all-rounder who can do a bit of spin.
Yeah.
And again, those bowlers are not good with turns. I mean, they bowl straight. Jadeja, Akshar Patel.
Exactly.
Correct. So they're not a big turner of the balls, but we don't have a proper genuine off spinner, and we coming from subcontinent,
Exactly.
and that's one of our strength, and we're not having a bowler from academy, or even you mentioned we are such a huge country with so many people and we cannot produce such players, and it's a shame, to be
Where
honest.
cricket is a number one sport, where cricket is so passionately been followed. My only problem after the retirement for 15 to 20 minutes, I was thinking that, okay, I might have been missing one person's name that somewhere someone would come and, we can have it in the table. I don't see a single person. And then we have IPL, we have Ranji Trophy and this and all. Now, see, in Ranji Trophy, almost every team has one spinner. Okay. And I would bet that they would be a right arm off spinner as well. But they have not been in the ranks at all. Okay. So that, you can at least bet on it. ये सिचुएशन तो कभी नहीं आया यार इंडियन टीम में. मतलब व्हेन द इंडियन टीम वाज नॉट डूइंग वेल एज वेल, तभी भी लेजेंड्स के रिप्लेसमेंट नहीं, बट वी नो के चलो अभी श्रीनाथ जाएगा तो ये बंदा आएगा,
Correct. Yeah.
श्रीनाथ जाएगा तो जैक आएगा, कुंबले भज्जी जाएंगे तो अश्विन है, रेड्डी है. भाई आई हैव नो वन.
I think the tides have shifted. Initially, we had so many spinners coming through. Now I feel there's a lot of fast bowling options that we have in the squad and even in the academy or from the IPL that we see today. But
Yeah.
very less spinning option and specifically off spinners. I mean, there are a lot of spinners that we see in IPL, but I don't know if they are capable of playing Test cricket. So we will always going to be short on
See,
spin
at any
options
point of
going
time, we
forward.
are not going to be the best team for a decade until we balance out everything, right? The reason that from the past decade, India has been the best team, like irrespective of the number of trophies that we win, I don't care about it. But India has been the best team in the last decade. It's
Yeah,
because we've ticked all the boxes.
exactly.
Okay. And now this is going somewhere where we don't have a good spinner. I am really scared about how Jadeja is going to operate without Ashwin. Plus, I'm very scared about when Jadeja will retire. Now, if Jadeja also retires, भाई लगने वाला है. We really don't have a spinner.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see how things fold in the BGT right now. But
Yeah.
this is a huge hole to fill. Nevertheless, let's hope for the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah, but I just wanted to close it out with thank you guys for all the memories, and yeah, we'll miss you on the field. Thanks.